Hi everyone, welcome back. This is the Stitch with Love podcast. If you've not been here before, welcome. My name is Shannon. I am a knitter and crocheter currently based in Palmerston North, New Zealand. I live here with my husband and my cat, who you can probably hear in the corner. If you are not new, thank you for coming back. I really appreciate it. And if you enjoy these videos, if you want to see more yarn related content, please remember to give this video a like so I know you liked it, and hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any future uploads. I unfortunately missed last week. For some reason, when I recorded the podcast before that, I forgot to mention that I have family coming, or had family coming for Easter, and so I didn't end up recording a podcast episode. But that means you have 2 weeks worth of knitting to see today, including the start of a mystery knit along, which is pretty awesome. Sorry it's a little bit dark, it's quite rainy today. You possibly may even be able to hear the rain at points. I don't have any kind of lighting at the moment. I'm just filming on my phone, so and also haven't got a flash drive yet or an external hard drive, so this is probably also going to be unedited again. But hey, we are working with what we have. You'll probably also notice you can see me a little bit better. I'm a little bit closer because instead of my coffee table, which I'm standing my camera on, being all the way over there, it's closer to me now, which is actually works better because it means I can put my drink there. So why I didn't do that before, who knows. So I am going to start with finished objects, which I do actually have a couple, and these will be for the shop. Now when I say finished objects, they're finished in the sense of there's no more crochet to do them on them. These are the ones that crocheted. I do have to sew buttons on them though. So these are little baby cardigans. I can't remember the name of the pattern. It's a free pattern, which I will, hopefully I will remember, and I'll link below. I will have buttons on this side. Wrong finger. On this side, the buttonhole's there. So I have 2 in yellow. These are really fun to crochet. I've been knitting today, so these are really fun to crochet, and they're really quick. I can probably pump out at least 1 a day, even with working, so which is pretty cool. So these are good fun. And I'm wanting to make these in a bunch of colours and then upload them in the shop. I'm thinking about doing like a shop update. So instead of just uploading when they're ready, making a bunch of stuff and then doing a big update and marketing that. So we will see. I'm in the process of trying to figure that out at the moment. But yeah, these are what I've made this week, the last 2 weeks. Moving on to works in progress, because I have a few of those. So in this bag here, which is just a tote bag I got from the warehouse because I've got a shopping bag one day, but it works as a project bag, so that's all good. I don't need to rip out. Is the half finished grey one of that cardigan. So in the pattern it does say that if you wanted, you don't have to put the sleeve on and you can just make it like a little vest, but I am making them as jackets. And for these I'm using a 4mm crochet hook. This is my Caspian Wood by Knit Picks. And the yarn I'm using, I'll bring out the skein that's a little bit less sad, still tangled around everything, is Hobby Tivoli. It's now been renamed. I think it's Amigo now. So this is before they rebranded it. It's the same stuff though. So that's what lives in here. This is what I work on a lot have been working a lot on during the week. But then, and I'll get to that a little bit later, there's some things that I've had to try and get finished because of one particular project, which I will talk more about towards the end. Next is what I've been working on just before I sat down to record this, is my second Point Edward mitt. So you can see I've done the cuff, the hand, I've separated the thumb gusset, and I'm currently working the top ribbing. So I've got to do 4 inches, yes, 4 inches or about 10 centimeters of ribbing, and then pick up and knit the thumb, and then this will be off the needles, which is good because I need this cable for a project, which I will talk about later. The yarn, oh my gosh, is tangled in here because it tends to travel out of the house with me, so it looks like a weird cone thing. Is John Q 2020 designer, and I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, it's you can only get it from Knit World here in New Zealand. So if you're in New Zealand, you can get it from Knit World. And it's currently living in this bag I got from Mrs. Peacock Yarns when I ordered her yarn for my flounce. Because it's the perfect size for mittens and socks and things like that. So, and it's just a little drawstring bag. So this I want to get done today because as I said, I need this cable. And I need to get something off the needles before I cast on something else. This, I was hoping I would be able to finish the body. No, I need to get more yarn, but they don't have it in stock in my local Spotlight, so I've got to get it shipped. This is the pullover that I'm knitting for my father-in-law. These are soon I'm going to have to take these needles off and put stoppers on because I need these needles for the new cast on. So this is where I am with this. If you remember a couple episodes back, if you saw that, Spotlight are completely out of this colour here, which I started working with. And so I decided I'm just going to fade in another colour, which I did. And I actually quite like. Oh, I'm hoping this will block out a little bit better the front. I tried to do jogless, but I think it's just, it doesn't look quite so bad when I'm looking at it here, but when you see it on camera, it looks pretty bad. It looks pretty bad. But hey, can't do much about that one. I might see if I can fix it later. But there's the back. And this is how much I have left of that skein. And it was a 200 gram skein, so I need another one of these because I still have another, I think it's about another 5 centimeters to go on the body and 2 sleeves. So I need another skein, possibly another 2. This pattern is the Men's Classic Raglan Pullover by Jane Richmond. So, and it's a nice, simple, easy pattern. I really enjoy it. I'm at the point where, oh, stuff all over it. I'm just knitting straight stockinette for 30 centimeters basically, which is great TV knitting, which is awesome, but I can't knit much with this amount, so I'm going to wait for my next skein, which I've got to order online. So yeah, but I've done a decent amount of work. I think the last time I showed you this was when I said about the issue I had with the cream not being in stock. So it was before I put the blue in. So I've knit a decent amount in 2 weeks, which is good. I just wanted to see if I can fix those jogs on the front because they look a bit horrendous, but maybe some blocking will fix it. We'll see. We'll try and fix it. Next, I have 2 shawls, so I'll show you one and then I'll show you the mystery knit along. So this is a project bag I got off Etsy. The shop, I probably am not going to say this right, Rosea by Lily. She's based in Masterton, so not too far from where I am. And the yarn I'm using for this one is Malabrigo Sock. Oh. It's like Fresno or something is the colourway, but it's just this lovely green, and I'm enjoying knitting with it and living in here. It's part of my Shawl Some Love MKAL, which is hosted by Marina of Strawberry Patches. And this is my Nessa. This is a pattern by Libby Jonson, or Truly Myrtle. She is a New Zealand based pattern designer. I love her patterns. I think this is the second one I've knit. Yes. And I have like 10 others in my queue. But oh, it's getting a little bit long now. So it's got scarter sections with slip stitch detail, and then lace section, garter lace, and then what I'm up to now is just a big garter section, and then after that you got a big chunk of lace. So again, another TV knit. I just got to make sure that I count. That's the only thing, because of these slip stitches, and I found the other day a mistake. I knitted on the wrong, or purled or something when I shouldn't have done. But hey, it's too far down. I don't really want to go back and fix it, and it's for me, so I'm just gonna leave it. If it was for someone else, I would go fix it, but I don't want to rip back, so. And it's not for someone else, it's for me. So that's currently, so that's currently living in this bag here, which is a lovely bag, and I love it. And I do want to buy more bags like this. However, I am going to be making some of my own as well, hopefully. Next one, or technically it's the last one that's actually on the needles right now. Well, on a cable. The needles that this was using is the same needles as I'm using for my Point Edward mitts, and then at this point in the pattern you change to a 4mm, which is currently on my Nessa, so I'm just switching needles between projects, hence why I need to finish some things. So this, I probably should actually give you a warning. If you're doing the Caladenia mystery knit along and you haven't done the first clue, don't look. Yeah, because this is what I've got here is the first clue. Right, you ready? My little stoppers. This is what I've got so far. So the 2 colours you can see here, so all the colours that I'm using for this shawl are by Mamawooling. And the kind of cream colour with the speckles in it is Vanilla Bean Cream, and the kind of goldy yellow is Spun Gold. I then have Vamp, which I love this colour, and Shade. So that's my colour 3 and my colour 4. This is my swatch. I can't remember if I showed you this. All the colours together. So you got some mosaic, which is the next clue. So I haven't done the next clue yet. It's out, but I haven't done it yet because I have something else I need to start first. So this is what I have of my Caladenia shawl. I'm enjoying knitting it. I've never done a mystery knit along before, but it's good fun. Also, I probably should mention who the designer is. The designer is Ambah O'Brien. She's an Australian-based knitwear designer. So, my first pattern of hers that I've knit, but I have so many of her patterns in my queue, and I will definitely be knitting more. This bag is just one I picked up from Spotlight. I think it was on sale. I can't even remember. So, those are currently what's on the needles, but something exciting has happened. So, I follow some knitwear designers on Instagram, as probably a lot of us do. And there was a test call that went out for a tea type jumper, sweater. And so I put in my interest and was like, hey, I'd like to be considered. And I got picked. So I have a test knit to do. I have the pattern here. Obviously I'm not going to show you because I can't. But I need to start swatching because I've got 6 weeks to do this. And I need my 4.5mm needles to start swatching, which is currently on this. And the cable, which is currently on my Point Edward mitts. So, hence why I've been trying to work on these to try and get more done on them. I was hoping to get the body off the needles of my father-in-law's jumper, but obviously ran out of yarn, so I'm just going to put stoppers on and be very, very careful when I pick it up. Now, the yarn that was used in the pattern, I could get because it's based in Australia, but I'm not in the position to be able to buy yarn at the moment. So, well, I could, but it's just, and also I don't know how long it's going to take to get here because of everything going on. So I went stash diving. Because originally I was going to get some Flight DK from Skeins, but then I saw this in my stash. This is Moda Vera Florentine collection. This is their Superwash 8-ply. Now, I've been looking for this since I found this again in my stash. I've been looking for more of it, but it's been discontinued and I'm so sad. So this is something I picked up from Spotlight during a sale. And I have more than enough for the test knit. Like, okay, I've got 1 skein here, but I've got like another 7, which is, I checked out the meterage and it's more than enough, so that's fantastic. But it's 90% wool and 10% polyamide, and it's just so soft, and this colour is just gorgeous. So, my goal for this weekend is to get my Point Edward mitts done, so I can use that cable and get swatching. And hopefully cast on my test knit. So I am really excited. This is the first time I've been a test knitter, and I got that email. I was at work and I just got home from my morning shift, so it's about 9, about 9:15 in the morning, and I just got so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, and I saw the email come through for the pattern and the welcome email with the Ravelry link and all that, and I am so excited. So that's gonna be brilliant. I'm very excited for that, and I will keep you guys updated. I will also be posting it on my Instagram, so if you want to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is @shammaru2401, And while at it, if you want to follow my business Instagram, it's at StitchedLoveNZ on Instagram. So, and if you want to check me out on Ravelry, I'm also at ShamMarie2401. So that is all the yarn stuff I have to show you for this episode. However, there is something yarn related that I want to talk about that I can't show you right now because I don't have it. But I'm going to talk about it. So I've recently got into the idea of dyeing yarn because hand-dyed yarn is just gorgeous, and to be honest, it looks quite fun. It's like art but on yarn, and from what I've seen on the videos, it's probably going to be a lot of experimentation and learning along the way, but I really want to give it a go. So I've decided I'm going to give it a go, and we went to the op shop this morning. So the op shop, if you're not in New Zealand, is like a charity shop or a thrift shop, and I just went looking for dyeing supplies, so things like tongs, a sieve, measuring spoons that I'm not going to be using for my food, like just old steel pots, and I found pretty much everything I need, even down to 1 litre glass bottles to put dye stock in. Like, it was brilliant. And so I got all of that for, including, so I got all of that, plus some zippers to make some project bags, and a couple of sets of needles, because I needed a certain needle size, and for some reason Knit World doesn't stock it, not down here anyway. Oh, and a tea strainer, we bought a tea strainer. But all of that cost about $33. So now all I need is the mask, some gloves, which gloves I can get easily, that's not a problem. Mask we'll probably get from Mighty 10, my husband will get it from his work. And then the yarn and the dye. So that will be coming later. I do want to probably get the Ashford Introduction to Dyeing kit, and then some undyed yarn from Skeins, and then respirator and gloves and maybe an apron, and then I can have a go at dyeing. Oh, and some citric acid that is needed. So yeah, that's exciting, so definitely keep an eye out for that. I'm hoping to start that soon. So yeah. In other news, I've got family coming back down in about another couple of weeks, so hopefully I will remember to say, but that might mean another missed podcast episode that week. Depends on when they get here. That's the thing. If they get here on like Saturday evening or Sunday morning, then there will be an episode. If they get here like Saturday morning, then no, there won't be. So unless I can pump one out Sunday night, we'll see. And they're down here for Anzac Day. So yeah. Oh, pardon me. Oh, I'm tired. So yeah. I think that's probably it. I do have plans for another video this week. So I've seen the 10 yarn questions tag going around, and I want to give a go at that. So you'll probably see that. I think that's it really. I do want to try and be more active on my Instagrams. And with Ravelry, I finally started updating my project pages. So you'll actually see photos and information on there now. Finally. I need to get better at using Ravelry. But there should actually be stuff on there. Hopefully. Some of them there still isn't. I'm getting there. But yeah, I think that's about it, to be honest. I don't have any acquisitions or anything. I'm on a little bit of a yarn diet. But I'm sure at some point I will have more yarn to show. But I'm also trying to get through the boxes that are currently in our spare room. So, and speaking of yarn, at some point we will be getting some units for me to be able to organize said stash. So, that'll be awesome. I think that's probably it. I'm probably going to end it here because it's probably going to get quite dark again soon, because it's 20 to 5 now. It gets darker here quickly now because daylight savings has ended, and it was cloudy to begin with, so there's not very much light. I actually considered turning on a light, and I probably should look at getting a lamp just to put some, like, behind here or something, just so that there's more light, so I can actually see what I'm doing. Because there's been times where, you know, it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and if it's raining outside, it starts straining my eyes. And that's not really an issue I had for a while. I don't think we had that issue much in Auckland. At least I don't remember it anyway. But then it stays warmer and the weather stays nicer there for longer for some reason. We get the winter weather a lot quicker here, which is not a problem because I love winter, but it does mean that things get a little bit darker a bit quicker. So, like, at the moment, it used to be that I would maybe be walking to work in the dark, and now I'm walking home in the dark, which I think is worse. But then with walking home, you know, I can always ask my husband to help me because he's not sleeping. So yeah. But yeah. I'm going to end it here, otherwise I'm just going to keep blabbering and it's going to make no sense. So, I will see you next week. I should not miss that one. I don't have any surprise family visits or anything like that. So it wasn't a full surprise. Like, I knew some of them were coming, but then the other half turned up too, and we weren't expecting that one. So, probably also another reason why that one got missed. Because we had 15 people. We had 17 people in our house. We had 15 extras. So, it was a busy weekend. Hi, Ash. No. Let's go back to sleep. So, yeah. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, take care, have fun, enjoy what you're doing. I know thankfully things are starting to look up a little bit in the sense of the pandemic, but things are still a bit rough, and so I hope you're taking care of yourself, and if you need some extra time to allow yourself that. And whatever you're doing, whether you're crafting or not, that you're just taking some time for yourself just to chill and enjoy it. And I will see you in my next video, which will probably be the 10 yarn questions tag. Otherwise, I will see you in my next podcast. Take care. Bye.